Let's hear from people in the audience. We do this via Discord. You can find our Discord at davidpakman.com/Discord. We are going to start today with Jess in Florida. Jess in Florida, welcome.
Hello?
Hello, you're on the air.
Oh, hey. Hi, David. If you can hear me okay, let's get into it. So I have a question, a couple questions regarding like research literacy.
Okay.
I think that as people, as Americans, we would probably have an easier time solving problems if we all had a sort of like foundation on what the problems are,
Yes.
right?
And
how to
also,
attack
not
it.
only that, if we could have an agreement as to what's a fact and what's an opinion.
Exactly. Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
And I had other questions regarding like holy texts and what that has to do with it. But getting to the point here, I was wondering what your thoughts are on creating research literacy classes in grade schools to sort of help this on a long-term scale. How would we do that? Like, what could that potentially look like? And what can people, listeners of yours who aren't teachers or politicians, do to help enact something like that?
Beautiful. So first and foremost, the answer is yes. I've never used the term research literacy, but I've talked about bringing epistemology, critical thinking, and media literacy into every classroom starting in, I would say at the latest in 5th grade. Now, how do we do it? How do we do it? The difficulty is it's basically determined at the state level, right? Curricula are determined at the state level, overlapping with municipalities overseen by individual superintendents, et cetera. So the way to do this is we need activists going to school board meetings everywhere in order to request this. You've got to lobby the state boards of education and local municipalities. And I'm not saying go and behave the way the anti-mask people behave at the school board meetings, but we need a concerted effort to say, we need media literacy, critical thinking, and epistemology coursework. Why do we believe the things we believe starting no later than 5th grade? And it's going to take a lot of local activism.
Yeah, as a younger person, I graduated high school in 2016.
Okay.
And the only time I ever got any sort of research training was like how to use a library. You know what I mean? We need to learn how to like figure out what's true and what's not true on the internet. That's so important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Jess, you've said it beautifully. Can I ask what part of Florida you're in?
Gainesville, obligatory go Gators.
That's a pretty red area, if I understand correctly.
It is, and I have to deal with it all the time, but not for long because I'm moving to Oregon, where people wear masks.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, Jess, thank you so much for the call.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye, David.
All right, Jess from Florida in Gainesville for now, but not for long. One of our sponsors is Athletic Greens, which makes comprehensive daily nutrition really simple. People are busy. We're not always getting effective, balanced nutrition from the food we eat. We sometimes are combining all sorts of different vitamins, supplements, different things that may be relevant to us. AG1 by Athletic Greens is a delicious drink that just simplifies the entire thing. It's one product. You get all of the things you need, 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients. It's a multivitamin, it's a multi-mineral, it's a probiotic, green food blend in one daily serving. Really easy, high quality, bioavailable ingredients can fill those nutritional gaps in your diet, and they can help with gut health and digestion and support you in other ways. And they can replace multiple products and pills that you might be taking. It's just one drink, really simple. I've been enjoying the AG1 drink by Athletic Greens. Tastes good, helps me get everything I'm trying to get. Athletic Greens is giving my audience a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase when you go to athleticgreens.com/Pakman. The link is in the podcast notes.